everybody? Welcome to the Wingin IT podcast. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I am making it. Andre, you there? Well, Andre, okay, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I am.
All right. How you doing, man? And I guess he didn't hear me.
Good so far.
Okay, there you go. There you go. All right.
We'll see what the rest of this year turns into.
Right.
Well, we'll get in that in a little bit. So, what you been playing? Me, I jumped back into Warframe.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm gonna actually try to stick with it this time. I'm gonna stop doing the
You
stars.
feel behind?
Yeah, because
Yep.
I started playing other stuff and I didn't have a clan or a team to play with, so I fell off of it. But I'm gonna try to actually stick with it this time because it's actually not bad once you get the hang of it.
Right.
So I'm playing that. Still playing Metroid Prime 4. And what else was I playing? I was playing something else. I played a couple demos. I tried out that entropy effect, that Blaze Blue entropy roguelike.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but I'm just like, y'all couldn't just make a regular side scroll and beat them up if y'all want to do that.
Nope. You gotta make things difficult.
I'm like that. I don't get the why it has to be roguelike. Like, I'm like, you basically just made a side scroller. If you want to make a side scroller, just make a side scroller. Like, I don't. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But it wasn't bad, but I'm just like, I don't know how much I'll probably want to keep playing it.
Right.
Because I done fell out with Hades too.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like it as much as I like the first one.
Yeah, see, that's what I was concerned about too, because I heard there were some good tweaks within this one.
Yeah,
it was more accessible to the masses, but I just haven't plunged.
Yeah, I just like it's not like I don't care because I do.
Right.
It's just I just been playing other stuff like Metroid got me in a chokehold. Like Samus don't be down. Samus don't be playing, man.
Right.
Yeah, so I playing that, and like I said, got back on Warframe for a little bit. Tried out the new story season. I actually started enjoying that, and I'm like, yeah, let me go and actually do this right. Because if I just stick to it, I'll probably enjoy it. And I found myself going back and enjoying it. So
yeah, I hear you.
And Lord knows what's going to happen this week because Final Fantasy VII Intergrade this week.
Yeah, that one I'm kind of on the fence because while I was all gung ho to cop it, I've been playing some good games in my rotation, so I don't know. It might have to wait.
Yeah. Fun times, people. Fun times. All right, Jack, what about you? What you been playing?
So I've been playing Split Second. And then also went back to NBA Street Volume 2 and Need for Speed Underground 2. So those have been in my rotation heavy. And simply because, you got career modes and pretty much all three of them. Because in Split Second, essentially it's a TV show that you're going through. And each episode that you play, you got to try to place depending on the event. So whether it's your standard race, you got the elimination race. You also got the one I just did, which was like a boss battle. So essentially you're driving and trying to duck and dodge missiles being shot from a helicopter. And the longer you survive, the more points you get. So you can become first place. The highest I've gotten is second. But the missiles, depending on how you drive, brother, they can have about 6 missiles lined up, and you can't do nothing about it.
What in the just cause are you playing?
Hey,
that was the racing game that Disney put out, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say it's a Disney game. Yeah,
God dang Disney.
That game raw. That game raw, boy. Because essentially what you can do is, as you drift or draft or even like just do certain things, you build up a meter at the bottom. And you can use that meter to either open up shortcuts or you can set off different explosion points that they have around the level. So you can even get to like the 3 tier, which is like the huge one, to where either like a big plane tower will fall down and crash on the whole level and change the level however it was set up, or an airplane come out the sky and just crash all out in front of everybody else. Like it's a crazy game. You got to keep your eyes open at all times. So I've been playing that, and like I said, I think everybody knows Street Volume 2 and Need for Speed Underground 2. So I mean, those have been solid games. I'm surprised I'm playing that one instead of Midnight Club, but yeah, it was just the one that kind of fell in my lap for the most part. I've been trying to get back to my Switch. It's just that been happening right now. it's not that I don't want to play it. It's just we having a blast right now with these games, and it's a lot of them. And I think the one game I did try out for the very, very first time was Stuntman Ignition. Hey, whoever needs to bring that series back, I need them to bring it back. Because I can only imagine what ideas they come up with now, what it will look like with this type of hardware. But for just off the rip of my first time playing the game, the first level, you're on a motorcycle, and your job is to go on this highway or this bridge. You got to cut on the right side of the bridge. You get hit, a meteor comes down, you miss that, you jump over onto the street, do a 180 turn, then you jump over a tanker, split between two cars, then you hit another 180 turn, barely hit one car, and then dodge another meteor, and then go into an actual bridge. And you got to try to stunt that all together to get all 5 stars.
What in the Vin Diesel are you playing?
Hey, video games. Nothing realistic about it. Video game.
Trust me, the next Fast and Furious is gonna be that.
Oh yeah, we know that. But see, this is what they should have did instead of doing like a Cruise and Blast spinoff or something like that. They should have done another Stuntman. So yeah, that game is raw. Now it's difficult. Don't get me wrong, because there is no let me scout the level before. No, the director's calling out everything like, hey, turn here, bam, split this car. All right, let off the action. There's boosh, and then you on fire, drive through stuff. I'm like, bruh. And then you go through a car wash to where it extinguishes the fire from your car. And yeah, it's crazy. My son was like, what are you playing? I was like, hey, it's live up here, man. It's live. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. I got a lot of those PS2, PS3 games in rotation, man.
Okay, all right. Andre, what about you?
But I actually been playing Freedom. I was about to say Freezer Planet. Freedom Planet 2. And Star Ocean on Switch.
See, I never touched Freedom Planet 2 because it took too long to come out. They kept delaying it, so I just never got to it.
You can get through. It's really good. You can get through one character's game roughly 10 to 12 hours. So it's not like long for each individual character. So you can rack up hours pretty quickly playing all of them, but the game is thorough as hell.
Right.
Like it's worth giving it a good go. It's like if you really like the first Freedom Planet with like the strange and wildness of the bosses in that game, you will love this one.
That right there is what Sonic should be. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It was just like the Gianna sisters. That's just what Sonic should be. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree though. The second one did take way too long to come out because I completely forgot about it. Then they didn't even hardly market it outside of Steam. Outside of Steam, they didn't hardly market it. So yeah, okay, I didn't know that. But yeah. All right, so Sandstorm.
Ooh, somebody about to get a whooping.
Like, whoa. I thought I was in trouble for a second there.
You know that time when your cousins would get in trouble.
Trying to
and you be like, and your auntie be like, get up here now. And y'all look at each other. And then they go upstairs real slow. And you like, oh, I got to hear this.
Jeez. Spitting water all over the place.
What she want? She just wants She just wanted to talk to me real quick.
Can he get the words out? All right, Sandstorm, man. What you been up to, man? What you been playing?
Not much, man. Well, not I haven't been up too much. So let me start one way because I know Jack could catch me on coming the other way, but been playing some Red Dead Redemption on Switch 2. That's been good. Oh man, Skyrim has been really fun on Switch 2.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, but it's weird because I feel like I remember how Skyrim used to play back in the day, and I feel like it's been modernized and like not in a good way. So I feel like I feel like at some point I'm gonna get burnt out because I feel like after every mission that I end up doing, um, somebody walks in or one of the couriers, yeah, one of the couriers walk in and is like, I have a new letter for you. And the new letter is a whole new like side quest. And I'm like, golly, bro, like how many of these side quests am I gonna keep getting? You know what I mean? Like I'm I'm ready to be done, to be honest with you. Well, not like done with the game, but just I'm ready to be done doing like side quest after side quest. Let me just like go out and explore. But he keeps showing up and I feel compelled to be like, dang, you know what? I should just go ahead and do this next one, and like when I'm done with this, then I can go back to the stuff that I want to do. So, but I mean, I've been held down so far. That's all I can say. So I've been playing that, been playing those two games. I've also been playing. I got back into Tears of the Kingdom because very soon. Because I still got to beat Metroid Prime 4. So, been playing Diablo, of course, because you know how that goes.
You stay on that Diablo.
Man, it's just good, bro. It's like it's good. I can't deny it. It's good. It's a good game. Especially since they added the paladin to it, and the paladin is so much fun. Right? Like going around playing as like a demi angel, if that makes sense. It's a whole lot of fun. Been playing Where's Winds Meet, but not nearly as much as I used to. Just because of all these other games that are out. There was one. Oh, the one I got to meet you at. Okay, yeah. So let me talk about this. Hold on. Let me put this aside real quick. Let me talk about this real quick. So listen. Nintendo announced that they were doing that Madden was like the game, right? The game of the week or whatever.
For the trial they're doing.
So this was my first time playing a Madden game, and like years is an understatement. Like I think the last time I played Madden, like actually played Madden, was probably back in like maybe 09 or something like that.
Okay.
But I've played the like college games, right? And so I hop in. Of course, EA is like, we need your password. And I'm like, you know, your whole ID and all that other stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, so you need all that. Do all that. And then I go to, but I didn't have it at the time. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'll just play a quick play real quick, play a quick play, got my butt kicked. So I was like, okay, maybe this isn't for me. I really like just playing like my own character anyway. So I hop in, play my own character, and it's like, nah, you need to sign in. I'm like, why do I need to sign in for a single player experience? And then like, nah, you need to sign in. We need to know who you are, even on your single player life. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I put in I re up on my password and everything. Hop in, right? And this is what blows my mind. I'm creating my character, and I go through the preset. Okay, pick the preset out which looks closest to me. Then I go through. I start on like the hair color, eye color, all that stuff. Good. All right. So now I want to, change up the face a little bit. I wanted to change the hair first. Can't do that. Hair's all locked. I'm like, what? What is this? How is the hair locked? Like you can't. You have no access to the hair. So I'm like, okay, this is dumb. Well, then let me at least go to the facial. All the facial locked. What? Now, okay, okay. That okay. That none of that makes sense, but whatever. Like it's under a little whatever. Like I ain't gonna have this game that long. I'm like, my dude is a little bit dark, so I'm gonna lighten him up just a little bit. You know, he a little too dark skinned for me. I need to light him up to a little bit. Skin tone is locked. Whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Y'all got the skin color locked too? Oh, that's crazy. Nah, can't do it. Nah, can't do it. I'll finish up my little 3 days, but I will never buy it. Absolutely not. You immediately lost me with that. Any type of faith that you had from that point on with Madden, done. Like it's that's it. That's it. You only got to mess skin tone up one time for me. You put that behind a progression system? Nah. Listen. If you want to be black, 100 XP. That's all I'm saying. You want to be black, 100 XP. What?
Sounds hard. You gotta pay for this privilege.
Yeah,
which is kind of interesting seeing this how, like, what is it? 77% of the NFL is black.
Right.
Yeah. I will say that it must be the trial tour they're doing that, because within the full game they don't tie that. So it must be the trial.
So that's really weird because Vito asked me the same thing, and I'm like, this is the full game. It even says on the Nintendo said it was the full game. So I'm like, oh, okay, I get the full game. That's cool. Like I get to play the full game. But so it's weird though, because all of them say they're locked, but they're locked at level 0, which means you have to go through your whole interview. You have to go through like the preliminary, all that stuff, you know, the showcase and all that. And after you do that and you're on a team, then all that stuff becomes unlocked. But that still doesn't make any sense to me, because it's not like, so I'm like, why would y'all lock that behind a progression? Like, even if it was level 0, then it should be unlocked right now. I should have access to it. Yeah, man, I was hot, bro. I looked at J-Mac and I said, you're not gonna believe it. I felt like Calvin Hart. You're not gonna believe this stuff. She was like, what? I said, skin tone. I said, in the most Kevin Hart way, skin tone is locked behind a paywall. And she was like, excuse me? She don't know none of these terms. I said, skin tone is locked, not behind a paywall. Skin tone is locked behind a progression system. And she said, does that mean you have to earn experience in order to be black? I said, you have to be an experienced person in order to be black.
You gotta earn the right to be black.
That's crazy. That is crazy to me. So I, needless to say, I had to put it down for a minute because I was a little hot about that. Yeah. So tried to play that. And just been playing a few retro games, kind of like Jack. I got into Fight Night Champion. I think that's what it's called. Though I don't like I like 4 better than Champion.
4 is better than me. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the only one I had. Also played Skate 3, which I also like Skate 2, but in the Skate 3. Play Luminous on the 360, which is the best version of Luminous. I really wish they would make a HD version, version of that game. Yeah, because it comes with all the DLC. And the holiday pack. Okay. The holiday pack for that DLC is by far the best version of that game. Okay. So played that. I went around and tried to find Need for Speed Most Wanted. That game is expensive. It's getting more expensive by the day, like fast. It's crazy. I also, Jack, I did look at Fight for New York, and I swear on everything, like 2 months ago, that game was like 70 or 80 when I checked my secondhand place, and I'm like, ooh, man,
Really?
do I bite the bullet on this? And I did not. And now when I go in there, I went in there and looked, it's like it's $153
Yeah, I'm looking at
like,
even GameStop, PlayStation 2, and it's just a disc, not even the
yeah,
case for
yeah.
130.
It's wild, man. And like I'm telling J Mac about how the game is so dope. And I'm thinking in my head, like, man, I wanna buy this game, but there's no way I'm dropping 130,
You got a
$150 on
you
a
got a
game.
360? You said 360?
Yeah, I got
All
a
right,
360, but
I'll talk to you after the show.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Like, man, I want to pull, I want to pull on that, but yeah, just even for the songs, the story was good, all of it was good, but like,
Mhm.
just the whole fight mechanic and everything. Fight for New York was top flight. So, but I do have volume two. I do have Street Volume 2. So,
Okay.
definitely touched that a couple times. My daughter wasn't as into it, which is weird because she really likes
Really?
Playground. Yeah, like she kind of likes it. I'm gonna have to make her go back and try and play it again, or at least watch me play it.
Street was way more arcadey
Yeah,
than
it's
Playground.
it's weird because Playgrounds is like,
It looks arcadey, but it ain't.
yeah, and
Okay.
she likes like the style of Playgrounds. I also think it's because there's way more actual move sets with Street than there
Okay.
is Playgrounds.
Yeah, because
Like,
there's a lot for Street. Because my
yeah,
son was just pressing square, and I was like, well, the turbo in square, then two
mm-hmm,
turbos in square,
yep.
then three turbos and four. It's a lot, brother. Like,
Yeah, yeah. You gotta figure out your moves and everything. You can go in and change moves around and all that stuff. And
yeah,
I don't think she actually knew that. So I think she played like a couple games and was like, "Eh, this is okay." Like, I would rather play with a couple of the NBA players and stuff like that. And I'm like, you do. You just have to like build your character up to
she
be as
you
better
good
gotta
as
get.
them.
she better be glad she ain't go to Rucker Park. And I'll leave it
Right,
at
right,
that.
Oh,
right,
You go to
right.
Rucker Park.
bro, I'm getting beat up now, and I ain't even made it there yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ain't no
The
joke.
peasants is getting at me right now.
But once you get the timing down, though, Street's a whole lot of fun once you get the
Oh
timing down.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get
But
your
yeah,
stats up too, because
well,
goodness
once
gracious,
you go to Rucker Park, you have to face off against Stretch.
Stretch. Yeah.
Stretch ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Biggie Little, Bonafide, all of them, man.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Stretch look like a Harlem Globe try to play like he Elgin Baylor.
Hey, that was the
Right.
first Uncle Drew right there.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And they
So, yeah.
clearly took his likeness from Dr. J.
Oh yeah, if they
Mhm.
Clearly.
said they didn't, they full of crap. They
Yeah.
know where they got it from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I've been playing for now. I'm hoping tomorrow's MLK. Um, we all did y'all get that off?
I
I
do.
know
I
that's
don't.
kind of a
I
okay.
don't. But yeah, I think everybody else do.
Okay. And we get it off, so I think I might try and enjoy some more games. I just got J Mac into I like it's really been hard, man. I'm like, she really struggles with 3D games, and I'm like, the easiest game that I could think of for you to play as somewhat of a 3D game, because you only really have to worry about one stick, is Zelda. Like, you don't have to worry about a whole lot of aiming and shooting, because if you Z target most things, you'll be okay. There's some parts where you have to go in first person, but I'm like, most of that stuff you Z target, you just you use the bow or slingshot or what have you. But I'm like, but it's the camera that just keeps messing with her, and I'm like, man, if I
Yeah.
can just get this camera right, everything will be good.
It's the hardest thing for most people because you're trying to shoot and move and also
Hmm.
aim at the same time. It's a lot going on.
Yeah. So
Perfect
I'm
dark.
man,
Yep.
absolutely not. You finna get me killed. Absolutely not.
I mean, at least for Perfect Dark, you can practice.
She'd be like, I hate games. No, don't say that. No, please. No,
Just
no,
wait
no.
to get it. Let her get Elvis, and then all that will be forgiven.
Right. Right.
ever show up in that American vest.
Right.
Straight talking trash.
I'm like, look, it's fun now. I'll kill you.
or Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh man. Listen, because I even wanted to start off with Mario, but I'm like, nah, that's not it, because that's gonna be too hard. So
yeah, probably Kirby or Yoshi.
yeah, I was thinking both of those, but those aren't like 3D. That's the problem. They're not 3D games.
They're not full
so
3D.
yeah, so it makes it just a little bit harder.
And plus, like Kirby, you have to deal with the halfway point where it turns into a horror movie.
Right.
But yeah, that it is what it is. All right, so Resident Evil Requiem presentation. We did a live reaction on when was that? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It was only 12 minutes, so it was short and to the point. I like those. I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I will say this. I'll just say about things that I thought was like, why is this here? The watch and the collab with Porsche. Like, this ain't no driving game, bro. So, because look, man, I think we all remember Batman on Arkham Knight,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing they touted was you get to drive the Batmobile. If you play that game, you don't want to drive the Batmobile.
You don't want to drive the mobile. I despised it when I first saw it. I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait!" And then I'm like, because minus the graphical issues.
Yeah,
the city's not meant for it. Don't seem
it's not.
It's not meant for it.
So, my question, and like I said, they did a good job of like not showing you the driving portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
They just talked about the collab with Porsche. Had the guy from Porsche show up. I'm like, okay, so what are we gonna be doing? Are we getting chased? Are we gonna have to do a chase sequence? Because if y'all went in collab with Porsche, y'all had to pay them.
Yeah.
Which means I hope it ain't just one sequence in there. One sequence.
That's actually makes me wonder about not, and it's not off topic really, but that kind of makes me wonder about James Bond. Like we've seen the intro piece, and then they showed off some little thing where they show off what's it called?
The Charger?
The Aston Martin. They showed off.
Aston Martin, yeah.
And so the first thing in my mind is like, are we going to be driving around freely, or is that just...
Well, I'll give Bond a little bit of leeway because Nightfire and the other one that they did, that EA did, had driving sections in it. Like there was full sections you had to drive. Yeah. So I give Bond a little bit more grace. Resident Evil, I can't really give that grace because I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah, because you literally don't do that at all, and
it's more likely going to be a cutscene.
Yeah, and number one, you went and collab with Porsche, which I know you had to pay them to do this. So that's money you could have saved.
Right.
In my opinion, unless it's gonna be like multiple sections of it. I'm like, okay, maybe. But that was just that, and then the watch situation, which I'm like, okay, that, and then limited it. What was it, 1,500? I think 1,500,
2,000.
Yeah, like okay, that's stupid. So I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. On the gameplay side, though, my boy Leon back. You know what I'm saying? Like Leon, he's my favorite. Well, he's my favorite character out of them. And the only thing now I'm worried about is when Ada gonna show up and when is she gonna shoot him? Because apparently that's their key. that's their thing. Like she shows up, she shoots him, they fall in love. Yeah. I don't understand it. That's their weird relationship. I'm like, you got to shoot me to prove that you love me. We got issues. You got to shoot me. That's not necessary.
Been that way since Resident Evil 2.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't look. hold on now. Can't you just betray me like normal? You ain't got to shoot me too. Just sell me out. Jeez. That does not require you to shoot me.
Right.
But yeah, I for the most part I liked it. If I wasn't getting Dragon Quest 7 already, I probably would go in and pick it up. But I'm going back and forth between that one and My Son's Story 3 because My Son's Story 3 comes out in March. So what I may wind up doing with Requiem is just waiting till the inevitable Capcom sale where it's like 55% off, and I'll get it then when it hits like July or something.
This is one of those times where I'm just thankful there's a series I don't care for because so far I've just been getting beat up. And I'm like, oh, I care about this one. Oh, I really like this one. Oh, that one looks good. It is so to see Resident Evil get this love is amazing.
Yeah.
Also for Switch too, but hey, it ain't my cup of tea, so I'm good. My pockets are safe.
Your pockets safe on that one.
They good. They're good.
I mean, and we got to look forward to the awesomeness of the Resident Evil Switch 2 Pro controller.
Ew, that thing is horrible. I don't. It's like no effort was put into it at all. They just like, hey, take this and just plaster it on there. Like, all right.
Like we're gonna stencil the RE stuff on a black matte controller, so it just looks like the same controller that they just bought. Just when you hold on to the light, you'll see the Resident Evil stuff on it, and it's only on that one little plate.
It's
like,
ridiculous.
Bruh, that's
no
crazy.
style
That's
to it.
Yeah,
but
that's
did they?
wild.
I noticed they haven't mentioned control styles. I would imagine Capcom of all people would, of course, they doing their special controller, but gyro as well as like the mouse situation. I feel like
I'm
that's a
thinking they're
no-brainer.
gonna do that. Because most companies are doing that now, especially when it comes to Switch 2. They throw in especially if it's a shooting anything, they're putting the mouse controls in it.
Right.
So, and since Sony uses gyro as well from time to time, gyro's going to be in there. The only person who ain't using it is Microsoft, and we don't know why they being stubborn about that.
Microsoft said, "Hey, y'all told us we had the best controller back at 360. We ain't changing nothing.
Nothing.
Listen, it's weird because
it is weird that they won't add it.
Yeah, it just won't add it.
It's like they won't add it, and Nintendo doesn't add analog controls.
Yeah.
Even though they had them first.
Yeah, they had them
first. But to their credit, though, most people cannot name me anything outside of a racer and or shooter that utilizes analog triggers.
No, and I think that's the reason why they don't have them in there.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine it's just another mechanism that can break. Granted, I've never had it happen. But it's like, okay, cool, is there, but if I'm thinking about, even for shooters, right, I want that faster trigger. And I know there's some people that's like, oh, we got controllers now that can adjust and, give you the short throw or even the long throw. But even playing the PS3 games now, I'm instantly going to the back triggers, but majority of those use L1 or R1 to shoot. Because of the faster shooting response.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so how did we get to the back? How do we get to the back triggers?
Well, because y'all know, I hate the whole clickable stick thing. So the first thing I do is move them to the paddles.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I do is move that to the paddle. So I've been saying for a long time that, look, we all need to just like get rid of that and just everything should have at least one or two paddles on it.
Yeah.
So you can configure it yourself. To be fair. So, but we shall see on that. I enjoyed it for what it was. I know they made it difficult to find the doggone presentation. Capcom.
Oh, did they?
Well, because number one, so apparently they have a whole Resident Evil YouTube and a whole Resident Evil Twitch.
Yeah, a whole channel for it.
But if you go to Capcom's page, the Capcom page, the day of, you can own, for some reason, they were not showing up on any YouTube page or any Twitch page. But right when it started, it showed up on Twitch. I had to go to Capcom page, go to the Resident Evil page, then click on the link, and that's what opened it up. Because apparently they made it unlisted. Apparently they had it unlisted for some reason. That's why nobody can see it. Go figure. But
Right.
yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, whatever, bro. But yeah, that being neither here nor there. I thought they did a good job with it. Like I said, I haven't played a Resident Evil game since 6, and before then, I did play Revelations on the 3DS. Lovely game, by the way, on 3DS. By the way, love the 3D usage on it. But yeah, I may actually pick this one up because I did like what they showed. I like that the two paths were basically we're going to give Leon the action, we're going to give Ashley the puzzles and the more traditional horror stuff. It's going to be with her. So I'm like, okay, cool, that makes sense. And then you have Leon just,
doing Leon things.
Yeah, being John McClane and Martin Riggs mashup, basically. As far as like the action stuff goes. So
yeah. I'm about to say I'll be checking it out whenever you play because I know you'll post.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see. I'm always willing to try something new, but I'll wait till Capcom do they 80% sale.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna have to wait because it's just coming out at a bad time. There's way too much stuff coming out, and like I said, that freaking Dragon Quest 7 reimagined demo got me. I'm like, yeah, I'm going pre-order.
Okay,
they got me with that one. I mean, it's because I never played 7. I thought I did, but I didn't. I played 8.
Yeah, because 8 was the one that really popped off on the PS2, if I remember. Yeah,
that was the one. Like 7, I didn't play it, and I'm like, this is actually fun. This is not bad, and the movesets aren't bad either. So, and it shouldn't be a long game because this was back in the days when they didn't make 500-hour RPGs. They just 40 to 80 hours was the sweet spot.
Yeah.
So I don't expect that one to be long at all. So yeah, looking forward to playing that one. I think that one is February 7th. It's Dragon Quest, and
I think so, yeah.
And I know Resident Evil's at the end of it's at the end of February.
Gotcha.
So we shall see.
Yeah, it's 27th.
27th. Okay. Yeah. Dang. Day for the end of the month.
Yep.
Guess they got to get it in. So.
Yeah, because if you look at the list, I mean, it looks like there's a lot coming out, but if I'm looking at worthwhile releases, it said Dragon Quest on the 5th. I didn't even know a Deus Ex Remastered was coming out on the 5th.
Yeah, I heard about that last week though, but they haven't. Once again, it's another one of the situations where they're not talking about it. So, is it going to come out or is it going to get pushed back? Because
got to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Neo 3 on the 6th. My Hero is on the 6th. If you care about golf, PGA Tour is on the 6th. Yakuza's 5500 game on the 12th. Blaze Blue on the 12th. Mario
I be trying to keep
on
up
the 12th.
with all these Yakuza games, man. I be like,
bro.
And now they're re-releasing them because they're trying to get that money back that they lost by being semi-exclusive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, bro.
I don't. That's one. Like I bought a lot of Yakuza, and so I get about halfway in. I'm like, okay, can we end this at some point? Like I get the silliness of it and why people care for it, but no, because even with Like a Dragon, I got pretty far in Like a Dragon, and I was like, okay, why is this not over yet? Like this is getting a little long in the tooth. I'm ready for this to be done.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people on that. Once again, I think it goes back to that whole games are long for no reason nowadays. Like there's literally no reason for it to be that. Like your game doesn't have to be 100 hours.
Right.
You don't have to make it 100 hours. Just like make the game and just that. Like y'all know I love the Xenoblade series, but they can cut out half them side quests.
Right.
Because that's what makes those games long. Like the side quests are ridiculous. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3, them side quests don't make no sense. That's how many side quests you do. Like I just stopped doing them and just went on to finish the game. That's
Yeah,
how
like-
bad it got.
Yeah, especially with 3. It was like, you know what? It's time to cut it loose.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's time
I
to
don't,
cut it
I
loose.
don't care unless I'm
I
getting,
mean-
unless I'm going to pick up an actual character. I don't
Yeah.
care
Right.
because
I think what they could do for Xenoblade instead of putting, I think what they could do for Xenoblade instead of making all those side quests available at the beginning, take half of them and make them post game content,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and then they got everything they want in it.
That's true. Because that's half the problem with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Because that's how you know Monolith Soft worked on it. When you start seeing
Right.
this side quest list,
Right.
like 113 side quests for what?
Yeah. Yeah, I put side quests and roguelikes in the same category. It's almost like when we were younger, I put them in the same category because when we were younger, we always wanted like these fleshed out games. And it's almost like they didn't know how to do it. So they just throw a bunch of the stupid side quests in there. And then when you look at roguelikes, it's like, yeah, we're gonna start you over. But hey, guess what? You still got more to play, so that's where you thrive. You thrive until you make it to the end. So it's almost like a way to make you keep coming back or to keep you on the game, similar to how we used to have with like the Lion King. They purposely made that game hard so you can keep renting it from Blockbuster. So
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
it's like they're trying to find ways to intentionally keep you on the game because at one point in time there was a argument about games not being long enough or
Right.
not getting a lot for your buck, and now they've overblown it to an astronomical amount for sure.
To the point where it literally does it like you don't have to do that.
You
Right.
don't, and I mean, like if your game warrants it, then you wouldn't have to do all of it. It's just there's no way for them to figure out how to do it without keeping you online to play with other people.
Yeah.
I don't think they can fill it out enough to, I guess, match people's expectations of how long a game should be.
Right.
And that's a whole nother.
You know what I
hour
feel like they
podcast.
did? They almost looked back at them PlayStation 1 games and was like, you remember when these PlayStation 1 games were like 4 discs long?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that, but like just try and do it just with one disc. Let's just make them absurdly long for no reason.
The reason why they were 4 discs is because there wasn't that much space to save on that disc. That's why it was 4 discs. Like it wasn't because Final Fantasy 7 was 3 discs, but that's because they was using what was it at the time? Was that when they first started using DVD, or was that still CD? I think that was still
CD because it had that
That
black
was CD.
back.
Yeah,
The
it was
black
CD.
back.
So,
Yeah.
and CDs could only hold up to well, if it was special made, up to like 800
Yeah, it
megs.
wasn't
That
much.
was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why your games are like that. So
Yeah.
it,
I remember back in those days, it was always like walk 2 feet, slowly turn left.
yeah,
Talk to this person for like 10 minutes. They don't say
Load it
anything
up.
too much. Walk down to the next room. Wait, Cloud.
Just for a little times.
Yeah, like you're like, what? Just let me play the game. Here comes a cut scene, a sequence, and you got to watch that. And you like,
Yeah.
and there was no skipping.
yeah,
No.
no, and you wasn't skipping nothing.
No.
That's one thing I tell people. I can go back as far as the 6th. Now I can skip and go back to like Super Nintendo and
Yeah.
Sega, but that 5th gen, that was rough. Like yeah.
For me, it's only 5th gen if it's Nintendo specifically. Like Nintendo
Yeah, some 64 is
specifically,
rough.
yeah, there's some games where I'm just like, because you won't let me press the A button. But like most games outside of that, you can skip some stuff, right?
Yeah.
But PlayStation specifically, they ain't letting you skip not a thing.
Yeah, PlayStation
Nah.
Sega,
Well,
you want
that was the cinematic era for video games when
Oh,
it
yeah,
first
for sure.
started.
Mm-hmm.
and now we got to worry.
That's
about,
why if I go back to play anything, you go ahead.
no, my bad. You know,
I was gonna say that's why if I go back to play anything that's from that generation, I don't play anything that's cutscene heavy. I play mostly action oriented stuff.
That's a good idea. Because it's not. What's really the problem is not the fact that they have cutscenes. That's okay. But when you die before a cutscene and you didn't save, it is the generation. It's the generation of doing this. You did the most of this. I don't care about no kind of what do they call those? Quick events. I don't care about none of that. 5th gen was the generation of this. Come on.
Yeah, come on. It didn't do nothing. It just satisfied your need to try to skip.
Some games did have skips in them. Some games did have skips in them at the later half when they learned that people didn't want to keep sitting through them all the time.
Yeah.
Like I know Squaresoft was notorious for not letting you skip nothing.
Yeah. Now you gonna watch this whole movie. We put money.
They put in the work. You gonna watch it.
You gonna watch this. that bull. You finna watch every minute.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will say. Going back playing these older games gives you a newfound appreciation for load times, skipping cutscenes. Like it, you forget. You really do forget how bad it was, and even like for my Switch, right? Going there. I put my cartridge in, and sometimes I have to install something, sometimes I don't. PlayStation, I had to install every damn thing. But what made it even worse is the download speed times.
Oh yeah.
Goodness gracious. I forgot. I'm sitting there like, I'm on Wi-Fi 7. I should be straight. But they was like, no, it's cap, my boy. And I'm like, all I'm downloading is Joe Danger. He's only about 400 megs. It's not that deep.
This mug said Wi-Fi 7. Who you think you're robbing? Chelsea Clinton?
It's worse than 360 because my son was like, Dad, I can't get my Wi-Fi to connect. And so I was like, well, what are you using? So he's like, I'm just using my mom's Wi-Fi. I was like, it don't recognize 5 gigahertz, my boy. You gotta go to 2.4. He's like, for real? I was like, yeah, don't recognize 5.
You gotta dial it back, bro.
What did you what
his old
text this was? Son. Do you not realize this thing is older than you? Boy, stop.
Right. Boy, yeah, he was baffled. He was like,
old text.
Like, what are you talking about? I gotta go. I was like, yeah, it just it don't recognize it, my boy.
Yeah. Don't get me to the part where you gotta blow in the cartridge.
That they told you not to do, but that was the only way to make the doggone game work.
Look, if it worked, don't tell me not to do it.
Right. It's like, look, it was blowing the cartridge. If that didn't work, then threaten it.
Right.
Oh, I had one more. We always took
I forgot about that.
Swab and put the alcohol on it and then rub the inside of the cartridge.
Oh yeah.
Get it out. Yeah.
That blow the cartridge, blow the box. You gotta blow the cartridge and the box. And you gotta do the quick tap too. Yeah, make sure it go up and down real quick. Like
oh, the Super Nintendo picky jet button.
Yeah. Like it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
I remember doing that so many times in the game to start.
All that stuff they tell you not to do.
Talk to the game.
Right. Listen, they tell you not to do it because they want you to buy more. We up on the game. They wanted you to buy more of it.
But how was it universal though? Because we didn't know each other back then, but everybody did the same thing.
Right.
Everybody did the same thing. Because it was on the box, so they did it.
Trial and error.
Right.
It was on the box not to do it, so they did it.
I wonder who it was who was like, it says not to do this, but I'm gonna do it.
But I'm gonna
because
do it.
My game ain't working. Yeah. And then it worked, and they were like,
try it.
I gotta go tell somebody about this.
One second,
everybody. The only thing.
Hey, Vicky.
Hey, Vicky.
Hey, Vicky. The only thing I would be upset at is I saw somebody put the cartridge to their lips and blow in it. Because I'm like, no, don't put your mouth on it. You putting your spit in there.
Yeah.
Don't put your spit in my cartridge. Because if you short my system out, we gonna fight.
And they get the whole big.
Your whole face,
bro.
Is in the
like no. Like you keep your mouth 3 to 4 inches away from it. Don't put your face. Don't put your lips to the plastic.
and you ain't gotta.
Yeah.
No, just a gentle
Yeah.
breeze. You ain't, you ain't gonna
Like who you
sit
who
there and
you
try
learn
to.
that from?
I remember somebody borrowed the game from me, and then they brought it back to my house and wanted to put it in my system, and they did. I was like, oh, hold up, nah, don't. Then that's when I took the cartridge and just cleaned it out with alcohol and put it in there. I was like, yeah, I ain't letting you borrow none of my stuff again.
Put it down. 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 You playing too much.
Like I ain't trying to have your spit in my system. Like what's?
Yeah, the good old days. So yeah, that's one of many that we had to do. And then we get to the 6th gen where everybody went this, and then Nintendo decided to go mini, and people lost their mind over that.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you go mini DVDs?
Mm-hmm.
Even though they was cheap as hell.
Ask Sega what happened when they went to DVDs and everybody on yard was selling their games.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why they did that.
Technically, Sega's disc was a whole different format. It was just,
but it was easy.
Yeah, it was GD-ROM. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is a GD-ROM?
I didn't know what that was.
In PlayStation and Sony, like, yeah, those were easy to get the ISO off of and straight up burn the copy. But you weren't doing that with no GameCube.
Nah.
You was not doing that with them. So
nah,
because
GameCube you needed to have a specific, I think you needed a specific Philips disc drive in order to even read a GameCube disc.
I remember I couldn't even find those in the store at the time. Now I could find those GD-ROMs and the little CDs all the time for Dreamcast. Those were easy. Yep. I went and bought like 100 pack. I was like, oh yeah, we rocking, boy. Like,
right.
People was selling them things out their cars.
Yeah, it was always somebody on yard that had they instead of like drugs, they had whatever video game system you needed.
Mm-hmm.
I got Sega CD, got Sega Saturn, got Dreamcast, got PlayStation 1 and 2. What you need, player?
with that old black and white picture of what the game was. Like, what is that?
Like they was trying to like Xerox the actual cover.
What in the world?
Bruh.
Hey, look, I'll give it to them though. They put the effort in. They put the effort in.
They did. Yeah.
They did. But yeah, that was crazy times. Crazy times. So there is one thing I did want to talk about before we get out of here, and that was like the whole AI thing in gaming. The only thing I say is much like social media, it's all in how you use it. A lot of people are sitting up there. If somebody even says we're just looking at how we can benefit our teams, I will never buy a game if you put AI in it. Like, dude, you don't even know how to use it. You have no idea how to use it.
Then that means you ain't buying no video game at all.
Yeah, it goes back to the whole, I can't play anything unless it's 60 frames a second. That is the standard. No, it ain't.
I can't stand 10 people.
No, it ain't.
I mean, what's crazy about that whole thing is like I've said this before. The game that I saw utilize AI the best is the free to play game Where Winds Meet, and by far does that game do it in the most satisfactory type of way. Like that's really how. If you're gonna do AI, to be honest with you, that's really how you should do it. And I feel like a lot of other companies can really benefit from that. Especially games that are doing like RPGs or any kind of create a character type of game. I think that works so well with that. Just how they do it, because then it's like taking the next step, the next level of like, yeah, you have your own side quest to kind of formulate your person, but then when you start answering how you want to answer instead of how the game has it changes up. It changes up like, okay, now this is really your character. Like you are really in control of this character and his actions and how he reacts and moves. So
because that's what I was saying when because I know I think it was Nintendo, Ubisoft, and it was somebody else was saying like, look, we're just looking at it from a cost savings, and that because like it could cut down on time.
Right.
And
Yep.
everybody complaining about, man, this game sort of came out 5 years ago. Like, yeah, but it takes time. So if that helps to cut down on time, because it's their assets. It's not like they're grabbing
Mhm.
somebody else's. It's
Right.
their assets. So once
Right.
again, it's one of those situations where you're like, look, if you don't know how they're using it, why are you upset?
Right.
And why you keep making all these declarations knowing good and damn well you're going to buy the game?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially, I will say, especially if Digital Foundry is like, this is running at 60 frames, 120 frames per second at 4K. You definitely buying it. You
Oh
definitely
yeah,
buying
you buy it for sure.
Oh
But
no!
see, that's the thing.
Let Rockstar come out and say, "Oh, every one of the side quests in this game we had generated through AI with assets we added to the AI."
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh man, this is the greatest game of all time. I don't understand how anybody cannot like this. Why are we paying $500 for this game?
It goes with everything within gaming as of right now. It takes the right person to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes the right product because, like you said, where the wind blows or wherever it's
Well,
called,
Where wind meets, yeah.
where the wind at and what more is it? I don't know.
Where
But
in
it's
the world is wind?
it got weird in it.
I don't think they're going to get a lot of flex simply because people look at it as another gacha game made by a Japanese studio and it's free to play, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at something like Grand Theft Auto, it comes back down to what they're willing to accept. The one thing I dislike about the gaming community and the whole, even just the enthusiast aspect of it, is the idea that you know what's going on, but in reality you don't know anything. So, like you
Right.
said, Nintendo got flack because somebody's thumb was like backwards in a photo. It's a photo. What was that AI doing to anybody? Even if it was AI, maybe somebody got some tweaked thumb. I don't know. But that easily can go from, oh, AI is a problem too. Now you're affecting somebody's disabled rights. I don't know. You know how people get, they get sensitive. So when I look at AI, I understand from certain aspects of it because if you look at certain content, it is pulling from other people's work and it's putting it together. But until you know where it's pulling from, then what are you fussing about? Especially if the
Right.
creator themselves haven't said anything or if they even noticed. Like I've generated photos before in AI and I've noticed like a subtle signature down at the bottom, like, where the hell did that come from? Like, like that signature shouldn't be there, but that lets me know they pulled it from somebody.
Right.
So that's just AI in itself. But if, like Jay said, if I'm feeding or I'm educating this AI system with my assets, so
Right.
that way it can go ahead and do things 10 times faster than I ever could do it, what are you fussing about? But
Right.
it's that surface level usage of the term AI, and I think even Andre said before, we've always had AI in games. It's just the different forms or different tiers of AI that we're going into now, that people don't care for. But my thing is, if you don't know if that's what they're utilizing, then why jump to the gun? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I think it's funny too, because if you ask us about the AI, well, you talk about 6th generation and 5th generation, and we talk about the computer, we always talk about the AI, not the
AI,
computer.
yep.
Yeah.
I'm not saying CPU. I'm saying the AI.
Yeah. Like we like, how's the AI in it? Man, the AI is so dumb in this game. I swear on
Yes.
everything.
I tell you, if the AI we have now fixes the NPCs or the CPU, what do you want to call it, in games, I'm
Right.
with it.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Like
Yeah.
I'm with it. Like make them smarter, make them have routines throughout the day, whatever it is for that particular game. But it should not get to a point to where, let's say, I'm playing a martial arts game, and I'm surrounded around a bunch of dudes, and I'm like, oh man, I'm finna see if I can, work all of them. They just coming at me one at a time. You're like,
Right.
wait a minute, that's not supposed to happen. Y'all supposed to jump me. It's like
Y'all
60
supposed
of
to
y'all in
jump
this game.
me. Listen, I appreciate y'all thinking y'all me, but I'm me. So
Yeah. Well, that's why I say, like, a lot of people need to stop with because I understand when we're talking about different forms of entertainment, because I
Yeah.
think the main thing was the stuff with the Actors Guild. Like,
Yeah.
that's not the same as gaming. So why are y'all, once again, why are you mad? You don't know how they're using it. And the other thing too is sometimes I think some of these companies honestly just need to shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
Stop talking to them.
Stop telling us
telling
everything.
people,
Yeah.
Because half of the people that you're talking to, they are enthusiasts. They don't know what you're talking about. They have no earthly idea. They went to Wikipedia not even knowing that pranksters were sitting up there changing the page, so they think what they see on Wikipedia is fact when it ain't.
Factual, yeah.
I'm like, bruh, they don't know. Sometimes just keep stuff to yourself. Like, that ain't for the general public to know, because they don't understand it. It's like when Mark Cerny did the PS4 Pro demo talk, and Sony just had to put it on their YouTube channel. I'm like, why'd y'all put this here?
Right.
The average gamer don't know what you're talking about. They have no clue what you're talking about.
Right.
But they sit there watching it and can't tell you nothing. Same
watching it and getting upset.
5. Yeah, same thing with the Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, me and Shadow was making fun of it because of the whole rock situation, because it was just like the Shadows situation for the ray tracing. Yeah, I'm like, we knew what they were talking about. Most people didn't know what they were talking. They had no clue. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, this ain't good. This ain't what you think it is. So it's one of them situations where sometimes it's probably best to just be quiet and keep some stuff to you close to your vest. And
keep
if you have
it
something
to yourself.
And if you have something that you need to give to the dev team, just do the doggone presentation with them. Don't put it on your YouTube channel or your Twitch channel. Just do the presentation with them.
Because even when we talk about like the specs of a console when they first drop, right? Everybody's clamoring to know what kind of power it has. If I'm utilizing it different than what you got in your PC, or if I got custom chipsets, what difference does it make? Because I can utilize and I can tweak this however I want to. I'm not you. I'm not like, your PC is your PC. You can go in there, you can try to throttle like the levels and all the other stuff all you want to, but I can go to NVIDIA, I can go to Intel, I can go to AMD and say, hey, I need you to rework this and make it work in my favor for this particular game. So looking at all of that, you're not going to determine anything. That's the same crap that got people in trouble with the Switch. And then now the Switch too, because like, oh, well, it needs to be this nanometer, and otherwise it's not going to be able to do this. They're showing you better than they can tell you, my friend, because you don't know how they're going to actually utilize it. There's people that are smarter than you. There are people that are well versed in this than you, so therefore they know how to utilize the technology that they built. It's crazy. I get the fascination with it because, you know, some people are tech junkies. I get that.
Yeah.
But then even when you get into like the figures, as far as like stocks and how much it's sold and blah blah blah, like I don't think anybody here on this podcast will say if a game sold this many, it makes it the best game out there. No, Minecraft right now is the best selling game, but I can guarantee you most people here won't say Minecraft is the best video game out there.
Nope. Most people won't even say that.
Far from it.
It's the most accessible that people cared for at the time, whether they were interested or they're still into it. It's a creative niche that they have. But if you look at most games, I mean, even when we talk about what you just said, Sandstorm, we talk about Def Jam Fight for New York. That game is $130 right now, depending on where you look. Like the fact that that's a beloved classic, but that game I can imagine didn't get EA as much as one would imagine they made them. They probably didn't get anywhere near 10 million copies sold, and they released on everything.
Right.
Yeah. And that was because, and then they got rid of Tiburon, the biggest mistake they ever made. But because across that, but the thing was back then the game didn't cost that much to make either. So they made profit on it, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, minus profit. Well, because even Joe Budden was saying they didn't understand that whole situation, so they went with whatever, so they didn't get crazy paid.
Yeah.
But of course, people are more aware now, so ain't no way where we getting another one because everybody's gonna be asking for almost six figures.
And the thing about it is, like, I think they killing on the music. Anyway. Like they didn't make the killing on them being in it. They made the killing because all them dudes had songs on that soundtrack. That soundtrack was like 10,000 songs. It seemed like at the time because you're like, yeah, there's another song on there. Yeah.
Nah, we ain't done yet.
And so it says right here, as of July 2006, it sold 1.8.
Yeah.
Right
1.8 million
across all three platforms.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
But the
was
thing
it.
is that
Damn.
would be dubbed as a failure right now.
Right
Yeah.
now, but back then that wasn't.
No, that was
They
you were
made
doing
profit.
something big.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
They
then
made
that was a
profit.
lot.
Yeah.
And then they went and they messed it up with Def Jam Icon, but that's another story for another
Yeah,
day.
so, yeah,
But
that's another story for another
Right,
day. Yeah.
right.
But that goes back to like every game don't need to be, you know, the same problem we had when we were talking about Perfect Dark. Like it should not. Making a Perfect Dark game is not rocket science.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't. So for them to have all them problems, I'm like, what are y'all doing? They changed the art director and the writing team twice. I'm like, what is going on with this game?
yeah.
Like, like it's not rocket science, dude. It's an FPS. It's basically James Bond with a female lead who and they have like it's basically just James Bond with a female lead, basically, when you think about it. When you break it down
And
to
aliens.
yeah, and aliens,
Yeah.
but I'm like futuristic, that's pretty much what it is. And you go with it. You ain't gotta reinvent the wheel, dude. Just
No,
make an action game.
just make it.
It's just an action game, 9-10 levels, and make sure you have good multiplayer. That's it. I You don't need like ultra realistic graphics, dude. Just have a cool art style
Mm-hmm.
and make sure your guns are interesting. That's it. But because I'm sitting here like they were like, yeah, well, we had to cancel. I'm like, yeah, because y'all spent too much time on it.
Yeah.
You ain't got no unlimited. You ain't got unlimited time to make a game. It don't work like that.
Nor do you have unlimited resources. Come to find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you don't. Like
let
even if
Microsoft lie to you.
yeah, even if you work for Microsoft, like you don't have unlimited time to get this game out.
Yeah.
You don't. So I just think like they sometimes these companies kind of like overshoot themselves, and like if like them utilizing some AI for their own assets can help them cut down on time, dude. Let them do it.
And that's funny too. Microsoft funny, man. Like, here's a
Oh.
blank check. We'll give you anything you want. Take as much time as you want. Game come out, they be like, "Oh, you did good." They took too much time.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
No, because Satya, dude, like, bro, like Satya's like, I be sitting there looking, and I'm like, bro, he finna fire all of you. He finna get rid of that whole division. Because I'm like, bro, y'all took too long, and he want to see instant money.
Right.
You don't want to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that you can look at any corporation and see them do the same thing. If you come to me and you tell me as a CEO, VP, whatever, my job is to make money, and I see that there's one section that just continues to bleed money, then it's
Yeah.
like, all right, why are we still holding on to them? Like, oh, it's
Right.
good for us to keep a presence here. For what? Like,
For what?
Right.
Yeah.
because I
There's
mean,
a bunch of people here. There's people you don't understand.
but it goes.
And they
back,
don't. Yeah, he don't care.
he don't care.
Yeah,
But
They don't care at
back
all.
to your boy Jeff, because if you look at him and you look at Bezos, like they all on the same page.
Mhm.
I'd rather you pay for a subscription to get access to this than for you to own your own. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, like if I come to you and I say, look, if you don't have to go and buy this expensive PC that'll probably run you about $3 or $4 grand, you don't have to go and get this expensive console that'll probably run you about $500 to $800. What you can do is buy one of our a million controllers that we've made with different colorways, like they're Jordans, and then your TV that you possibly have can play it for you. All you got to do is just pay us $30 a month. It'll probably go up a little bit higher because I can imagine they're going to go the way of GeForce to where there's going to be like tiers. Because like the top tier with GeForce now, it'll get you, I think it's like a 4060, if not like a 5070. So
Yeah.
where you'll get not only the highest graphic card, but then you get the most time that you can play, which I think is 8 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So you're pretty much paying for time and accessibility, which I think
Yeah.
is insane to me. But ultimately, you can't run those servers with everybody forever because that gets pretty costly. But even then, that's what they would prefer. If I told you I don't have to disperse not a single physical copy, I have everything digital. and I can pull it whenever I wanted to. And you're just paying me a subscription service, but you have the convenience to play everything. You don't have to go to the store and try to find it. You don't have to try to scrounge up the money for it. It's all right there on your TV with the controller.
Mm-hmm.
Convenience is key, but convenience takes away so much from you. You don't even realize it.
Right.
Because we were just talking about this today when it came down to the convenience as far as like food. Everybody talking about expenses, and I know this is going left, but the convenience of what you used to be able to grow, so that when you had it on hand, but you had to do the work, versus you just going over to Walmart, giving them a quick $8 for some eggs and call it a day. You come
Call
home
it a
and make
day.
an omelet.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, some people are willing to pay that over the top fee for convenience, and it's just where we at. We done kind of forfeited a lot of things because of convenience.
Right.
Yeah. And that just sign the times, I guess. So
Oh yeah. So
it is
gaming
what it
is.
is.
I mean, where do y'all think this ultimately? I would say in the next 5. Well, ultimately, where do y'all think gaming gonna be after seeing like all of this in the writing on the wall?
Same thing. It's gonna be the
You think
same
it's
place.
gonna be? You think it's gonna be like complete in the sense of we're gonna be fully
Pretty much.
digital with these
Well,
subscription services, or will you still be able to buy games?
it's gonna be just like it was with music, with CDs. It's
Okay.
gonna be just like it was, just I have now. You know, because now if you buy a car now, it don't come with no CD player.
No, no, you gotta get that
No.
installed, and even then they're
Yeah,
trying to break you over the head for doing that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get a computer now. I got my tower in 2020. You don't have no DVD drive in here because they're gonna charge
Right.
me
Yeah.
800 extra if I would ask them for one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got mine
But it's
in 17 and didn't have a drive. Yeah.
but it's cheaper to buy an external drive for 30 for 39
Mhm.
and just plug it into the USB slot.
But then you gotta be careful with that because
Yeah,
some just
so
read and not
don't read.
write,
Yeah.
and it's
So you just have to read the box. But that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's what's gonna happen with gaming. The only thing is you only got the one company everybody supposedly hate is the only one trying to keep it the way because
As much as
right now
possible.
Microsoft like Sony with Sony follows and I don't mean that in a bad way,
I
but
do.
they clearly try to follow Microsoft and it's not working for them because they don't have Microsoft money.
Right.
Like when it was Sony, Sega, and Nintendo, gaming was thriving better than it is now. There wasn't no wars.
Mhm.
It was a rivalry, but there wasn't no war. Like cats wasn't calling for other companies' heads. It didn't work like that, you
Right.
know. But when Microsoft came in and started passing out them blank checks, you know, they pushed
Somebody didn't
forward the
like that.
HD. Yeah, they pushed forward the HD era when they really shouldn't have.
Right.
Nope.
And Sony was like, well, we can make our games all cinematic. We don't need any more kiddie games. That's why they got rid of Jack and Daxter, Spyro, Crash, Sly. All of them went to dust because they thought they could keep up with and be more mature and cinematic. And I'm like, bro, you got to have balance
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because Sony had a first party exclusive that rivaled Nintendo and Sega.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they let it go. They
Yeah.
had Square Enix all to themselves.
Yeah.
Square Enix was theirs. It
Mhm.
didn't go nowhere else. And they let it go. Kingdom Hearts weren't gonna show up on nothing else.
I didn't even know that I think it was Sly, Jack, and Ratchet. I didn't even know they dubbed them as like the big three.
Yeah,
On
that was
PlayStation.
their
I didn't
big
even
three.
know that. I was like the big three. I was like, oh, I didn't even
That
know
was
that
their
was a
big
thing.
three. That was their big
Yeah.
three, and Kingdom Hearts was their other one because nobody knew Kingdom Hearts was gonna sell like that until
No.
two just took over.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Wow. No.
yeah, nobody knew it was gonna sell like that. First one was like, hey, this is actually interesting. This is different. And that second one, bro, that's still the best one in my opinion.
Yep.
It
The
is.
second one.
It
So
is.
I'm like, bro, like they didn't expect that to blow up, but yeah, that was their big three was Jack, Sly, and Ratchet.
That's crazy. So, Dre, where you think is gonna be 5 from now?
Everybody gonna be sitting down complaining, and gaming's gonna be struggling for streaming. That's what's gonna happen.
Yep. Yeah. Samson, you think the same thing?
About what? Run that by me
Like
one more time.
where gaming gonna be 5 years from now?
Gaming will be in 5 years. Dang. Yeah, Sony likes to follow. So like and you know what's so crazy? It's like it's funny because I feel like Microsoft and Nintendo, between the two of them, they're doing opposite. Like they're
Both of
doing
them, yeah.
they're doing some similar stuff, but like opposite ways of handling it. You know what I'm saying? Like both of them have a handheld at this point, right? I feel like at this point in time, you're gonna need a handheld. So we already heard
Yep.
Sony's gonna do that,
Yeah.
right? But I feel like with this next system with Microsoft, like everything in my bones says that it's not gonna have a disk drive.
No, it's
Oh
not.
no, it ain't.
They're
and
going full third party, dude. They're going to be a third party.
so,
They're going third party.
so I think it's going to be a streaming device, and like it's or either a streaming device or a digital device, either or. But I think Sony is going to see that and be like, okay, they did it. It's time. Like we gotta do it too. And I already felt like they were stretching themselves thin, but good lord, they are going to stretch themselves thin.
Mhm.
You're not thin, thin. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like you can't. How you gonna have this? You gonna have this handheld device, that, and it's crazy too because they still want to do them at the same time. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, we wanna hold all our Sony people, all our fans. So we want to have some sort of backwards compatibility, but can't really do that because now we got a new PlayStation that we got to take care of. And we seen what happened with the last PlayStation that we tried to do that with, and that wasn't really working out that well. But we got loyal fans, so we know that they're gonna buy the new PlayStation, but they're
Mhm.
gonna try and keep their old PlayStation. I guess I don't know. It don't matter. They're gonna buy PlayStation, and then we got the handheld device over here. That's for the people who wanted the PS Portable, but we haven't made another PSP, and then we had a Portal, and that kind of did some stuff, kind of not really, but like people didn't really buy that. But we're gonna try this one and we're gonna put half a foot in to see if it worked, just like we do with everything else. It might work, it might not. I don't know. It don't matter. People buy Sony stuff anyway. And then we got the PlayStation 6 over here, and we have it with no disk drive. People complained about that the previous time, so they ain't gonna play no backwards compatible games, but that's okay because we got the PS5 and we can tell them to go ahead and buy the PS5 in addition to their PS6 so they can play two games. They can play the PS4, the PS5, and the PS6 all under their table, but not under the same umbrella of playing the same games. But it's okay because PlayStation fans buy PlayStation systems. At this point in time, I feel like one of them is gonna wake up and be like, I feel like Sony's doing too much. Like I feel like I jumped into a ecosystem where they just keep asking of me, and I'm not getting my returns on what I asked for.
Sound about real Sega like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like it's for anybody who's like not as deep into like the whole gaming thing. It's like being back in elementary school and there's that one kid. No. It's like being in middle school and you just came from elementary school and that one kid who thought he was always cool and in fifth grade, like still does all the weird, stupid stuff and tries to like be cool and like hip and everything. You like, bro, just stop. Like, get with the program. People don't really like that anymore. And then like everybody slowly disperses and goes their own way. And he's still trying to be cool by himself. And he like, wait a minute, where did everybody go? and he wants to go forward, but he can't because that crowd has already left. They ain't really messing with him. But then he might want to go to, oh wait, no, they go into class. I don't want to do class. Dang, where do I go? What happened to my friends? They ain't friendly no more. That's Sony, man. And I know people think I'm like overly harsh on Sony and don't really get harsh on Nintendo, but at least Nintendo has a plan, and you can see that plan.
Identity. Yeah.
Sony does not have a plan. And am I excited for Wolverine? Wolverine is okay. I'm not really that excited for it. I think it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be a Wolverine game. It's still gonna be an action game.
It's gonna be a Spider-Man game, but with Wolverine skin.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not huge on it. And when I personally think that the game is in some sort of trouble, and people were like, no, because that's how Sony does it. when they talked about how bloody and how gory the game was going to be, oh, this is going to be hey, if you're going to have a Wolverine game, it needs to be really bloody and really gory. It needs to be real bloody. And I'm like,
no, it don't.
Oh, if that's
No,
what
it
you
really
really if that's what you're really looking for, this game is going to die real fast. I'm being honest with you. It's not like Mortal Kombat, where Mortal Kombat is still a fighting game overall. But do you hear how often Mortal Kombat talks about, hey, this one from the previous one, this one way more gory. This one's the gory
about it because
they don't do that.
No.
Well, the other thing too about when it comes to Wolverine, we've already had a Wolverine that did all the dismemberments and all that stuff. We already had that, so you've already seen it.
Yeah.
So I don't. My thing is focus on making a good game. I can't stand what people do because it's staying with that stupid 2021 Mortal Kombat movie. Oh man, we have all the fatalities in here, but you ain't work on the story.
Right.
The movie is stupid, but we got fatalities. Boy, dumb movie. Like I still say the '95 movie is leagues better than that one.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Wow. And it was PG-13 and still had better fights than that one did. Because all you kept talking, all I heard the director and the writer were talking about was, we have all the fatalities here.
Yeah.
They couldn't wait to show you a fatality. I'm like, bro, we don't even care about fatalities. We've seen Game of Thrones.
Like, what about the story, man?
Yeah. What you're talking about has nothing to do with, that's just something they did to get themselves seen in the early 90s. That's what they did that for. And it became a running joke.
Yeah. And it wasn't done before, right? So even dismemberment is in Star Wars games at this point in time. So it's like,
because if you get cut with his lightsaber, that's leaving. Whatever got cut is leaving.
So it's like, what's really the big deal? Like, I'm not impressed, and nobody's really impressed by that anymore.
Yeah, because like I said, we've seen Spartacus, we've seen Game of Thrones, we've seen like to be fair, we desensitized to it.
Yeah,
honestly.
Wow factor is dead.
Yeah. So saying that is like, so when you're talking about a Wolverine game and he's like, oh, we got to have the gore, like, not really, bro.
Right.
Not really.
Yeah, you really don't.
Work on having a good story because you spent $300 million on Spider-Man 2 and didn't make your money back. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure they don't want that to happen with Wolverines, which is why I have a sneaking suspicion that ain't gonna be exclusive. I just have a sneaking suspicion.
That'd be silly to leave it exclusive.
Yeah, because I think they learned from Spider-Man too. Like, we have to make money.
Yeah, I would imagine that's what's taking them so long too, preparing to release it on multiple consoles or platforms. Yeah,
because they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Especially if they spend as much as they spend on these other ones.
Yeah, but I agree with y'all. I mean, honestly, I've said it before. Xbox, their writing's on the wall. I mean, even when
but I don't think they care either.
They really don't. I mean, they're just happy that they have not been canceled at this point. So when I look at Xbox, they're gonna do what Sony did. They're gonna offer you a disc drive, like one that works for those that have a physical library. You can play your Xbox One and your Xbox Series games backwards compatible with this device. Now, somebody's going to find a way to get that drive to do what it should be doing, and they're going to rip their games to the PC/console, and then that way you can play it digital. Or they're going to offer people that have physical, and like, hey, if you have the physical, we're going to have it to where it reads, and then you can buy the digital for a discount. They're going to find some stupid way to piss people off.
Right.
But either way, they're going to spend extra money to use their physical collection. They're going to, that's just what they're going to be. They're going to be a PC going forward, but it's going to have that other bootable side to where you can play the Xbox One or Series games, similar to how Wii and Wii U were. Like, you had to go to the Wii channel to play the Wii games. Yeah. So that's essentially what they're going to end up doing. We've said for...
Ain't it amazing how everybody hated backward compatibility just a generation ago?
Oh yeah, I don't buy this to play old games.
Right.
But yet when you get pissed when you got 50 games are sitting there that can't be played no more, and then you be hot.
Now you mad. Now you 38 hot. So I just find that interesting. That's all.
And then on top of that too, games are getting expensive. You gonna want to play through that backlog. So I mean, and then Sony, look, I think by far, I can guess, I can throw caution in the wind. That's one company I have no clue what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to take a guess, they're going to still be a console maker. They're not changing nothing. They're going to rest their laurels on AI and the love for PlayStation.
Yep.
That handheld, I think, is going to be another rude awakening for them because if they're not paying attention to the market, this is the one thing they need to pay attention to instead of the fan base, because the fan base is going to send them down the road to broke. But when you look at the handheld market, even with the PC handhelds, there's one agreed upon statement that everybody is sitting on. These handheld devices, and Switch is somewhat included in that too,
Mm-hmm.
they missed the aspect of handheld, which was portability. Now,
Right.
portability in the sense of, yes, you can take it with you, but it's not in your pocket. You got to have a whole case,
Case,
carrying
yeah.
case. You got to have a book bag or something that can hold it. So that's where a lot of people are kind of turning away from a lot of those handhelds because they're huge, they're too big, and on top of that, they're too expensive for you to take them anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want nobody putting no eyes on you
Yeah,
with a $500 device in your hand. Like
yeah.
that's insane. So they're gonna lose that aspect of it, and then also too, the one thing that handhelds either had to do or they chose to do, they were just short bursts of fun. Like, yes, you had like your RPGs that went a little bit longer, but these were not 100 hours. I mean,
No,
you could make them that much.
they were
Right.
basically between like 30 and 50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they respected your time because
Yeah.
these were just supposed to be pocketable, like
Yeah.
experiences. It wasn't meant to be this console experience within your hands, even though we kept gravitating towards that. But
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, if you pick up most games that were meant for handheld, you can tell they were meant for handheld. You can throw them on console all you want to, they're not going to fit. And I think a lot of companies kind of forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, okay, yes, there's this SpongeBob game that's on PlayStation 2, but then there's a totally different one on DS. There's another one that's totally different on the 3DS. There was another one that was different on the Engage. There was another one that was
Yeah.
different on the PSP. They all different from each other due to lack of ability to make them as synonymous as possible. But ultimately, you knew what you were getting with a handheld game, and I think that's what we're missing in itself. So I mean, the Switch gets as close as possible in a sense of like not trying to do too much and trying to keep things slim, even though people don't like the ergonomics of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not this big bulky device, but ultimately, even for that thing, is too big. So rumors aside, if that rumor is true for what people are doing all this digging, if they find a way to make a light version of this Switch 2 without it blowing up, and still being able
Which
to
I
at
I
least
don't think they'll be able to do
I
that.
don't think so. Yeah, because I mean,
Not
essentially, I think the smallest you're gonna get is the current
yeah.
Switch One. But
And especially if you're talking about some of the stuff that people like with the Switch too, like
yeah,
you taking out mouse control, you taking out
you
the
take it out a lot.
4K
Yeah,
because you ain't gonna have no place to cool it.
no,
Right.
So that was the other thing too. I know we said it a whole bunch. Like, get your phone. If you got a new phone, turn that mug on 4K and see what happened. If you watch a 5-minute YouTube
yeah.
channel, and see how bad your fingers start burning.
I was playing my Odin 2 yesterday, and I'm like, okay, cool, just having fun. I'm getting ready to shut it off, and I go and touch the screen. I was like, Jesus, why is that so hot? For whatever reason, my fan was turned off, so I had to turn it back up. But all because, and I was playing a PS2 game, so the fact that I'm
Mm.
playing a PS2 game and it had my screen burning up. And I was like, because the fan was off. So I can imagine it ain't gonna be
And
unless they figure out water cooling and these
yeah,
these normal things that
and,
ain't happening.
and some of these people want to play Xenoblade and
No.
Metroid Prime and freaking Spider-Man on it. Okay, play that mug in 4K then and see how long your battery lasts.
Right.
It ain't
10
gonna
minutes.
last.
10 minutes. and you're on a 17-hour flight
So
with no
I
battery
don't know.
pack.
All in
So
all, I just know
Well,
Nintendo, as far as consoles concerned, they'll be here. But Mother 2, I have no clue.
yeah, you better hope Sega come back.
I hope they do. I'll crowdfund that.
they should, but they probably
Now's the
won't.
perfect time. Now's the
I
perfect
think
time.
I think yeah, it is. I think though, at the moment, what we considered to be portable is no longer portable. It's more like taking your home console with you and playing it with a screen.
Yeah, it's a portable console now.
Because we've lost. I mean, it was always a portable console, but we've lost the specialized handheld games like Jack was talking about. The only thing that we have that's comparable to that right now is mobile.
Yeah.
And the stuff that's on mobile that charges money for it, like a normal game, people tend to ignore, even though those are usually the higher quality mobile games.
Yep.
And if not enough people purchase them, then by the time we get a new system update or a new OS variation for mobile, those games stop working.
Yep.
So if you want those experiences, those specialized handheld experiences, people got to make them, but they also got to make money off of them. And not everyone wants to make a free-to-play gotcha game in order to be able to make some money.
And people stop falling for the free-to-play stuff, thinking that's how gaming should be. Like, because you wind up spending way more than if you just would have paid the $70 half the time.
I still go. I still go back to everybody getting mad at Super Mario Run for being $10 for the full game, but then as soon as Fire Emblem Heroes comes out, people dropping $200 to try to get the characters.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
$10 for the whole experience,
and y'all were pissed off.
$200 for piecemeal.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I was happy. I bought the game day one. I was like, all right, cool. $10 ain't getting nickel and dime.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna continue releasing content. People are like, no, we want you to nickel and dime us over here on mobile. And sure enough, all the other games after that.
They did. Because they paid they listened. They're like, all right. Y'all, are you sure? Yeah, we're sure. Bet.
So, worse yet is
they showed up.
Let's say worse yet is they kept putting that game out on sale for $5. So all you had to do was wait a month, and you could have got it for $5.
Yep. It's a one-time flat fee. We don't do that over here. I want you to nickel and dime me.
Yeah.
Right. Let me give you all my. When they say take my money, they mean it. Like
because that's like because I was actually looking forward to like that 2KXO game, that League of Legends fighting game, until they said free to play. I'm like, come on, man. Like, really, bro? But they was trying to get the Evo crowd. So I'm like, yeah, y'all can have that. Like, anytime I hear, oh, we're making this for the Evo, yeah, y'all going, because they did that mess with Street Fighter 5, and I saw how that happened. We want to play it now. Get ready for Evo. Like,
nope.
Play 4. It's still there.
You're still going to have a good deal of the same characters.
Yeah, so just play that. Like, let them finish the game. No, we want it now. Okay, they put it out. I can't believe they made me pay for this and not a full game. You just said
that's what you asked for.
That's what you asked for, my guy.
So yeah.
I mean, look, the perfect way for Nintendo to nickel and dime everybody is the one thing I keep saying they should bring back that they won't, and that is to make the Me Photo thing turn it into a studio thing, and just let you buy different outfits for the Miis, let you make however many Miis you want, let you purchase outfits, add in more poses and stuff, but make the outfits the thing where they make the money off of it. Nobody would complain.
Yeah, nobody complain about that. I mean, because they don't go crazy. Like, because I remember with Smash Bros, people was getting mad, but I'm like, yeah, the costume was like 75 cents if you didn't buy the pack. Like, a lot of the costumes was like 75. They was under $1 if you didn't buy the whole fighter pass or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode this week. Thank you everybody in the chat for showing up. We appreciate you. Jack, anything you want to pimp out?
No, man. Just get ready to go heavy into music. After having a conversation with TJ this morning. So yeah, man, just be on the lookout for that. As far as gaming is concerned, we got the ability to record, just haven't done it. I don't know what it is. We get caught up in the game, man. So we don't even think about recording when we playing. So it'll get done one of these days. Otherwise, I just keep lying to you. So it'll happen when it happens.
All right, Sandstorm.
So yesterday, we had a good Stormcast. We talked about, as usual, mental health, making sure everybody's good on their mental health. We got into some things like fifth generation, and talking about our experiences with the whole fifth generation, as well as talking about Streets of Rage and our experiences with Streets of Rage. We also looked over the Lego commercial that Nintendo put out. I don't know how that jumped into a leak, but okay. And one of the bigger topics was I can't remember his name, but he left Bethesda after finding out that he wasn't going to be the lead on Elder Scrolls 6. He was the co-lead developer on Skyrim, and they had promised him the position for lead when Skyrim 6 was starting to be developed, and obviously, Todd Howard had to renege on that. So he left, basically. So that spawned a whole conversation as well. But if you didn't get the opportunity to check that out, make sure you go over to the Stormcast and check that out. Very good conversation. As well, do your usual. Follow everybody here. Follow everybody on the Joe podcast, as well as the Sandstorm Show Rebirth channel.
All right, Andre.
I'm still working on my videos about a better fifth gen than the one that we got. It's going to suck for a lot of people because imagination. Look, my imagination takes me to places, but everything that I'm thinking up was actually doable. It was doable, and it would have been way better and more cost effective for everybody. But I wasn't there to tell them what to do at the time, so that's their fault.
But I'm here now. Right.
All right. I do have a couple boss battle vids coming out this week. And I'm still working on that the book review I'm gonna start doing. I didn't like the way the first couple of them came out, so I'm redoing those. So those will probably be up sometime soon in the near future. So we'll be getting that done as well. So that's gonna do it for us tonight. Like I said before, thank you everybody for coming through. We will see you guys next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, people.
Peace.
Peace.